joined Treasury, it was, as you mentioned, they had asked you a couple of times. On the third time you considered it, one of your conditions were that you get to bring your own team.
Yeah.
What makes it make sense to bring your own team when there's a team in place with experience?
Well, I would say this, there's a lot of good experienced people, and I just asked for the ability to bring on people that I chose, whether they were Democrats or Republicans, based upon their ability. And I just had learned, as I said earlier, that you can't be a good leader unless you've got people around you. Now, I didn't. The myth is I brought a lot of people from Goldman Sachs. The facts are most of the people I put on the team I found in other places in government that had the skill sets. I found them from the State Department, a really good general counsel from the White House. And actually, when I first came down there, I only brought 2 Goldman Sachs people. One was Bob Steele, who was an undersecretary who had left Goldman Sachs, I think, 4 years earlier. So
and went on to become a deputy mayor here in New York.
Deputy mayor, and he frankly had some of the skills that I needed. He had unbelievably good people skills and was going to be really good at working with Congress. And then there was a young kid who I'd never met before at Goldman Sachs, who's now running for governor of California, who ran the TARP, who called me up. He was a vice president and said, when the President Bush said he was going to nominate me, said he wanted to work for me. I said, call me in 6 months. And then a day later, he was knocking on my hotel door. And I finally let him help me with confirmation. And he was, but then after, when the crisis hit full force, I called several other people who were all, were former Goldman Sachs people, one of whom was in Texas, and I tried to get to join me. He'd left the firm Goldman Sachs several years earlier when I came to Washington, and he wouldn't come. And I called him and said, you don't have a choice right now. You've got to come. Your country needs you. Another one, I had George Bush call to come, and so we got the team we needed.